So I want to, and I will continue making full self-driving beta videos, but I think y'all are going to cancel me if I don't talk about how I'm direct recording my screen in my Tesla Model Y. So check out this clip that you're looking at now. This is a direct recording straight from Tesla's screen. So I take these videos when I'm doing full self-driving beta, when I want to share the visuals up close with people so they can really see what the car is thinking and seeing and planning. So how can you do this? Well, the short answer is I bought this modified screen off of somebody, and I will give you their info. He said that, you know, he's fine if I share that. And if you want to buy one, you can talk to him. But let's take a look at the screen and see how it works and how I use it, and if it's something that you would be interested in. All right, so looking from this angle, it's a pretty normal, average looking Tesla Model Y screen, same screen that's in the Model 3. But when you come over here, you can see an HDMI cable is coming out of it. And bam, we have this little 3D printed box. Now this is kind of a work in progress and it's not completely done, and he is still, his name is Adam. Adam is still revising this all the time, and he's actually sending me some more parts to fix this. But anyway, the point is, if I take this out, oops, I knocked the camera. The point is, if I take this out, you can see there's a little HDMI out there. That's kind of all the magic, and this box is just to kind of protect stuff, but not really all that important. So what you can do with this setup is you can plug an HDMI in, and then you have to use a capture card. So I have this one, I'll link below. I bought this from Amazon. This is just a little capture card that I use with my phone. So I have a Galaxy Z Fold 3, and it should work with any Android phone, probably iPhone as well, but I'm not sure about that. And then on the other side, it has USB, and I have it going to USB-C, so you can have that, or this actually came with it, and it can also, I think this is Lightning? No, so this is micro USB, but it came with this adapter to make it compatible with USB-C. And you can get a different cable for this if you want, but I just got a really short HDMI cable, and then it comes with this really short USB-C cable. So let's see it in action. We can put it in my phone here, and if we plug it in, just like that, you'll see I have it set up to automatically pop up, and boom, it's working. It's actually working perfectly right now, so you can see I can zoom in. I can see all the details on the phone there, and if I adjust this, so you can see here on my phone, the Tesla screen, anything I do, if I click the screen on the Tesla, bring up the menu, you can see it's instantly mirrored on my phone. I guess there's maybe half a second delay, or not even, like maybe 0.1 second delay or something. It's very, very good. It's mirrored up, don't look at all that stuff. Music, I mean, you can do everything here, and it is mirrored on your phone. So you can direct record this, which is really good for my videos. So to record, I just plug it in, and then on the screen, I can press the record button. It's as simple as that. It's recording. To sync it up with my drives, I have it set so that it records my phone's microphone audio. So all I gotta do is clap, and then my GoPro and that are recording the same audio, and then I can sync it up in the editing software. And it's really just as simple as that. Plop it onto a video, make it so that it takes up a good portion of the screen, something that makes sense, so you can really see the visuals, but also see the road. I've tried playing with some different formats, and I think seeing mostly the road with a big clear screen is really the best, because the screen alone is interesting, but without the context of what you can see with human eyes, it doesn't really give much value. I don't think it's enough. So in my opinion, being able to see the road with the screen is the most important thing. And I always tried to do that with my GoPro when I had the GoPro alone and wasn't recording the screen. And to be fair, it looked okay, but in certain lighting situations, you really couldn't see what was going on the screen. Text was impossible to read. You couldn't read any of the text. And at night, it was really hard to record that screen in dark mode because it just had way too many reflections, and in real life, it's not a big deal, but to the camera, it just kind of messed up everything. So this is a really great solution. Now I'm going to hit you with the cost because it's very expensive. This was $1,100. So huge shout out to you if you're watching this video. Thank you so much. And my patrons especially help me justify purchases like this to increase the quality of the channel. I am insanely happy with it. It has been so nice. But how is this done? How does Adam do this? Well, I don't know all the technical details, but he basically takes the screen, opens it up, and he hardwires into part of the motherboard wherever he can kind of siphon that signal off, and then he just puts the the HDMI out. So he will do that for you. And I don't want to talk too much about all the different options and things he told me about, just because it's a work in progress and he's a super nice guy, but I don't know exactly what he wants to offer if more people want this. But he was pretty flexible in terms of the different things he could do to kind of bring the cost down a little bit. One of the things he said is that I could send him back my screen that's in my car, and then he would discount some. And he advised I kept my screen so I can switch it back. And I did keep my screen. So that's part of the expense. So if I go to sell my car or trade it, I can swap this screen out. I have my custom screen and I can just put the stock one back in. Another big question people will probably ask is, does this affect your warranty? For related parts, meaning like the screen, sure. If this screen breaks, I'm not going to be able to go into Tesla and have them fix it. But that's, again, part of why I kept my other screen. If there's a problem, I'll just pop that back on. And other than that, no, it does not affect your warranty. If, something goes wrong with the suspension or something, they're not going to, mess you up because you switch the screen out. So in terms of taking this screen on and off, it's very easy. I would suggest you check out Matt from Tech Forum. He has a YouTube channel. He does a lot of cool stuff to his cars, and he makes the swiveling screen mounts that are really cool. People really like those. He has a really in-depth look at how you take the screen off, but it's just a couple bolts, one cable in the back. It is a little nerve-wracking the first time you do it. I've done this a couple times before, but it's very simple and it's pretty quick. I think it took me, I've done it before, but I think it took me 15 minutes to swap this out. There are a couple other YouTubers that also use this screen. Huge shout out to Frenchie. He actually worked with Adam to get this working, and he shared this with me, and I am so glad that he did, because, with the expense, I was a little, I don't know, and worth every dollar to me, worth every penny for sure. If you're not making YouTube videos and need to record your screen all the time, it's very expensive. I'm not sure why you would really want to do this. One suggestion I saw in a comment is you could, play Netflix or whatever on here, and then you could HDMI out to a projector. Kind of a cool idea. I'm sure there's other ideas people have, but that seems pretty expensive for that use. And then the other YouTube channel is Teslatino. If you've seen him, he's also a beta tester. He got this set up as well, and so he will direct record his screen to improve the quality of his videos. Now going onto my phone, I'm recording from my phone here. So in terms of the app I use to record, I will put the link in the description as well. Again, it's Android. I don't know if there's an iOS version. There's a bunch of different versions, but I found this was by far the best app that could screen record for me. So in the app, I can put it to be full screen, or I can have these options up here, and I need to move that. There's all these different options you can see here. So video format, you can do 1080p is the max of the recording device I'm using. So Tesla screen is actually 1920 by 1200, but you need a capture card that doesn't need power. And so this was kind of the best option that I found so far. And it was, I think this thing was $15 or something. There are a bunch of different settings you can go through here. It will have to reset, but lots of different settings that you can adjust. The big one from this app that you need is you can adjust the brightness and the contrast, because when I first plugged in, it was way washed out and not bright enough. You can actually see it's pretty dark here, and I found in night mode, I actually have to crank it up a bit. So there, that actually looks a lot better. But you can see, all the different graphics of the car. If, again, I go through the menus and click stuff, it's very easy for you to see what I'm doing on this screen now. If I go through these different things. So in terms of contacting Adam, I will leave, I think he wanted his Twitter and his email below. I'll leave it in the description. I'm going to break it up a little bit so bots can't read it. But if you want to contact him and ask him about ordering one of these screens, I think he's up for it. I told him he might get a lot of attention if I made a video, but he was like, no, go for it. But if for whatever reason you are interested in this screen, you can contact him and he can hook you up with one of these. Now, one final thing I do want to say, there has been a little problem I sometimes can have with the screen, where when I plug my phone in, it didn't happen luckily for this video, but when I plug my phone in, the feed is blurry. And you'll actually see that in my second video that I used this in. I didn't realize because my phone screen is small, and I just I looked really quick, it looked fine, I hit record. Then when I got home, I noticed it was blurry. And that'll just happen sometimes. You have to reset the screen. So you can either do the double scroll wheel reset, or the other thing I found is I will plug my phone in and then I'll just hop out of the car and close the door which turns the screen off and open it again. That's actually way faster than the scroll wheel reset, and that'll fix it as well. It's just the phone has to be connected already as the screen resets. So if you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer those. And there's links again for everything you need in the description if you want to check this out. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I know a lot of people have been like, what the heck, how is this possible? I think for, most people, it doesn't really make much sense. But I love it. I'm enjoying it. It's very cool. So overall, I think for most people, this probably doesn't make much sense. It's pretty expensive. You can DIY, I suppose, if you figure out how to solder all that stuff or whatever he does on there. But, pretty risky with an expensive screen. There's a bunch of parts to buy, things you got to, add on. Again, I don't really know the details. But if you want to do that, I think it's a lot of cost for what you're getting. But for anyone that's interested, there you go. If you have any questions about this, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer those. And make sure you check the description. I will update that with anything, maybe I left out or, a common question I'm getting. I'll put all of that in the description with links to anything you would need to buy in addition to this, which is pretty much just the capture card. But overall, hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see me in the next video.